Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creation. Do you agree? Yes. You're knowing what you are wanting, why you're here, what you have come to receive, what you've come to offer, what you've come to understand more clearly. You like the idea of taking thought beyond what it has been before? Do you like being in on the leading edge of things? Do you feel that you're in that position more, or are you just trying to figure your life out? Some of all of it? Are there things happening that you don't understand, or do you know why they're happening and you're just wanting to get better at offering a deliberate vibration? That's mostly it for you, isn't it? Life does keep happening, doesn't it? Because life keeps responding to vibrations that are already in motion, to patterns of vibration. That's what a belief is, you know. A belief is a pattern of vibration. Are you getting clear with the understanding that you are a vibrational being continuously offering vibration, and that the law of attraction is responding to your vibration and then matching you up with vibrational equivalency? In other words, you get what you think about whether you want it or not. And that's hard to take until you've got control of your thoughts. And you know what? You're never going to have control of your thoughts, not completely. Because you are here in an environment of contrast to which you are responding. You just can't be in this world that is manifested. And by that we mean you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch, which means you are interpreting vibration into those physical, sensual awarenesses. And so you're having exposure to experiences to which you are having reactions. And sometimes those reactions, even if you don't say something out loud, your reactions are vibrational. In other words, sometimes you see something and it makes you flinch or wish it were otherwise. And so that's what we mean when we say it's not uncommon, it's not abnormal to react as life comes. But you want to keep that to a minimum. You want to be less of a reactor and more of an actor, more of a getting out ahead of it, more of a establishing your vibrational stance so that you're steady in a contrasting environment. And then life is really fun, even in contrasting environments. You don't mind a little contrast. In fact, we know you like the drama. You do. You like to be enlivened. You like a good problem to solve. You like questions to which you are seeking answers. It's all part of your evolution. It's all part of the expansion of the universe. It's part of the evolution of all things, all species, all that is. But you do want to have some sense of how it works so that you have some measure, in fact, from our perspective, a large measure of creative control. And that's what we are about. We are here to help you to understand the laws of the universe. We're here to help you understand who you really are and how you fit into all of this. We want to help you to embrace, not just tolerate, not just accept the diversity that surrounds you, but embrace it. Embrace it. Acknowledge the value of its existence. Because out of contrast, out of knowing what you don't want, is born your focused, keyword, your focused clarity about what you do want. So the only thing that ever feels like it's going wrong with you is when life gives you focused clarity, but you don't focus on the clarity. Life gives you focused clarity about what you do want, but you stay focused on what you don't want. And that's a sort of human trait. It doesn't serve you very well, where you stay way too long focused upon the problem, trying to get to the bottom of the problem, when the vibration of the problem and the vibration of the solution are really different vibrational frequencies. The vibration of a question and the vibration of an answer is a very different frequency. So sometimes when you're focused upon the problem, you want to poke at it more to make it bigger. That's okay, because when you make the problem bigger, you make the solution bigger. In fact, they're always equivalent. Problems and solutions are equivalent vibrationally. Different vibrations, but equivalent in velocity, so to speak. You see what we're getting at? So if you sort of don't like that, then you sort of prefer this, and it's sort of boring. But if you sort of don't like it and you don't do anything about cleaning it up, it'll get bigger. So you really don't like it, and then you really want something different. Now there's something you can get your teeth in. Now you can feel the solution. Now you might say in human terms, oh, that problem's worth me working on. A problem that's just, you're lazy. We love you so much, but we get it. You don't want to make mountains out of molehills. You don't want to exaggerate something, but here's how it works. If something's bothering you and you don't figure out what you desire, and then through practiced thought, train your vibration or accomplish a belief that matches your desire, so that there's no daylight, so to speak, so that there's no vibrational variance between your desire and your belief, then you're always going to have that sort of edgy feeling. When you want something and you yourself are vibrationally opposed to it, it's uncomfortable. Do you have a friend or someone you know, and there's a subject that you both come to often, and so you discuss it fairly frequently, and you have opposing points of view? And with this friend or acquaintance, do you ever state your case, which just causes your friend to state their case, which rarely convinces you, just makes you make your case stronger, which rarely convinces them, just makes them make their case stronger? You got any friends like that? So you just keep getting more and more tense when you're on that subject. You know what we're talking about? Well, we would like you to understand that you're doing that just with you all the time. It's you and you. It's your desires and your beliefs at odds, just like that. I want this, but, you say. And the more you say you want it, often the more you but it. And the more you but it, the more you launch rockets of desire. So your desire gets stronger, and often so does your resistance. Don't do that. Other than the increased drama, you really like to conquer things, so you make big problems so that you can conquer them, so that you can claim you've conquered them. And we say it is a form of creation, it's just going about it the hard way, don't you think? We would like to proclaim to you that you've lived enough life, you've reacted to enough experience, that you have managed to create a vibrational reality that, while it has not manifested, it exists and is real and is working for you. It's there for you, and you can sense it and feel it, even though you may not yet be able to see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, and touch it. And because you're human, that's a good thing. Because you're human, you focus mostly on what you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch. So you don't get too excited about sensing something that's in the becoming. If you were in your field and you had tilled your soil, which you're doing all the time with the life experience that you're living, and you plant your kernel of corn in your fertile field, as soon as you put it in the ground, you don't say, I'm waiting. You don't say, okay, I'll give you 10 minutes. You don't stomp on the ground impatiently, because you understand that there is a gestation process. You understand that there is a process, and you know that you've put it there, and as you're tending to it, it will do what it naturally does. It will produce a stalk. It will produce ears of corn. It will produce what you want it to, but there is a process that it will undergo. And in that situation, you are not impatient about it, because you have a certain understanding from what you've witnessed. And yet, with your kernels and seeds that you've put into your vortex, that's what we call your vibrational reality, your vortex of creation, this vibrational atmosphere that contains all the rockets of desire that you've launched, this vibrational place where your inner being stands, the part of you that existed before your birth and still exists aware of you, non-physically focused. This vibrational reality is like the womb in the mother's belly. It's like the petri dish where something is in the process of becoming. It is a reality that is in such pre-manifestational form that your senses, you see, what you see with your eyes is just a vibrational interpretation. And that vibration has to be pretty significant before most humans are able to interpret it vibrationally. In other words, this reality that feels so real to you is your vibrational interpretation. But because you've been doing it always, you don't say, oh, I'm interpreting vibration and therefore I see this, or I'm interpreting vibration and therefore I smell this. You mostly don't even consider the fact that you vibrationally interpret things different than other species around you. Your dog vibrationally interprets things, so therefore can smell things that you can't or wouldn't want to smell. And you don't say, stop it, you little faker. You accept that the dog is onto something. And so we want you to know that you can be onto things like your dog is onto things. You can get better at vibrationally interpreting things so that you can... We all vibrationally interpreted that. You can get good at vibrationally interpreting things that are in your vortex by using other senses other than your 5 physical senses. You can feel it in your solar plexus. You can understand it with your emotional guidance system. You can know something before you see it. You can sense it before you see it. You can trust it before you see it. You can believe it before you see it.